Okay. If I seem a little bit annoyed, it is because I literally just recorded for all the promos for this new album, and apparently my camera didn't record at all. So nice. If you see me look over here while something is playing on the actual screen, it is me checking that it's still recording because that pissed me off massively. So, uh, so we're here to check out xikers' new album, which is called Route Zero, the ORA, spelled ORA, which I don't know what difference that makes. And I've watched the animated trailers. I have watched the preview, so I've gotten a little bit of a preview of each of the songs. I watched the making the album somehow. I think they were called the three videos. I did not watch the music video teasers, mostly because I am taking the album immediately after. So I'll get the music video immediately anyways. I'm going to take the album in full order, and then I will post both the full album version and post the reaction to OK, the music video, separately. It will not be cut out of the album reaction, but I will post it separately as well for people who want to have maybe a bit of a shorter reaction. So yeah, let's jump into it. We're taking them in order, so that means we start off with Ghost Rider. I don't know if we are going to get a lyric version. We are very, very early. So I don't know if there's one yet. There's one for OK. But it does not look like we have one for the rest of the songs yet. So we're just gonna jump into it and listen to it then. Let's go. And I love that we have the creepy vibe both throughout the music here, but also in the teasers. Okay. Oof. There's some fun elements in the instrumental. Ooh. Okay, vocals. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, love the harmony. Yeah. Ooh. They have such good vocals in this group as well. I'm loving his chorus. It's a little too addicting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have built. Oh, nice. Ooh, ad-libs. Yes. Oh, okay. I really like that. Okay. That chorus, like, that is just straight up crack. Okay. That's it. I really like that. And what I said about like this group having good vocalists, it's not like, oh my god, they have good vocalists, but it's more so like with the vibe of music they make, you wouldn't expect necessarily for them to have strong vocalists if you're just a casual listener, but they have such good vocalists in this group. The reason why I'm not mentioning names is because I'm still learning to put the names to the voices. I am getting better with the faces to names, but voices to names, I can recognize the rappers, and then Hunter, usually. The rest, I'm still a little bit iffy on names to voices. And I don't want to get it wrong. So, but I really like this. I feel like I could have this on repeat because that freaking chorus, that just got me. Okay, I believe next up, ironically, is okay. That's one thing I mentioned when I was actually trying to record for like all the promo up until this album, was I feel like it's a personal attack that they chose to call their title track okay, because that is literally the thing I say so often in my reactions, to the point where I've had it pointed out in my comments before, and I don't notice it while I'm doing it. But okay. See? Next up is the title track, Okay, which has a music video, so I'm going to do it my usual way, which is once without subtitles, once with, because I'm assuming the subtitles will be there. They usually are pretty quickly with KQ Entertainment. And from like everything in the promo, it feels like it has really very much of a creepy vibe. It sounded like there was something in the instrumental as well that kind of like that, like it reminds me of like old school Nintendo games, like that 8-bit sound, which very much fits with the promo they did, which was like pixel art animation. So and also they incorporated parts of making it look like a video game as well, especially for the making the album somehow. Ghost Moves, I believe it was called, like the third episode. They definitely made it like video game-esque. So yeah, let's jump into it. And once without the subtitles, once with. That is my usual way, so I don't have to focus on too many things at once. Let's just focus on the visuals and how it sounds first. Okay, I apologize in advance if, not in advance, I apologize if the sound has been weird during the first song, because I just realized that after updating my OBS, it decided to change my settings and use the mic from the webcam as well as this, but I don't know if it's gonna separate the audio tracks so I can filter that one out, because that one is awful, like sound-wise. So, well, it's awful in general, but it's what I have. So, let's jump into Okay. Ooh, I love that. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Oh, I love that. The WB are also dancers. Yes. Woo. I love all the ghostly elements. Jesus Christ. Ooh, I love that. Yes, choreo. Yes. Oof. Yes. Yes, slap that back and forth. Ooh. Yes. Okay, so Sumin is Hunter's like sleep paralysis demon apparently. Okay. Ooh. Total side note, I need one of those hoodies. Ooh, okay. Yes, Minjay. Okay, I'm gonna put a flash warning on this. I am so annoyed that KQ doesn't do that. Like, at all. Ooh! I love that they have this tendency. Oh, welcome to Route Zero. I really love that xikers really has a tendency to, for their songs, whether or not it's an instrumental outro, they choose to have their music videos very often end with them more styled like a dance crew, and like we all know they have these like high octane endings. I feel like at this point it's almost like, of course it's only two groups at the moment, but it feels like that is becoming a trademark of KQ groups. We'll see if and when they get another group, if that continues on there. But like the ending is always like a bit bigger. But I really like that for xikers specifically, even if they're in the same outfits like they were here, they were still in those hoodies, but like the way they had pulled the hoods down a little further, their faces were a little bit more obscured. It gave more of a dance crew vibe, because it's just like focus on the moves instead of like focusing on us individually. They did the same for Superpower as well. Like I love that that is a thing they do, and also they can very easily come across as a dance crew, because they are so talented with it as they are. Speaking of Superpower, the beginning of the chorus, the first part of the first line, in melody, like melody wise, it is so in the same vein as the first line of the chorus in Superpower. Like, it's insane that to me, because that my immediate thought was, this sounds familiar. Second chorus hit, and that's when I realized it's because it reminds me of the first line of the chorus to Superpower. And I really love that xikers, they seem to like very clearly have their own sound. I love that they have like a distinct recognizable identity like that, and I wish they were more recognized in general within like 5th gen, because I'm very very rarely see them be mentioned by like casual listeners. But okay, one more time. This time with subtitles. Also, I adore the instrumental, and again they have this children singing. I love it. What the hell happened there? It cut for some reason. Oof. I love the low harmony here. Also, the choreo is so freaking cool. I really hope they have a duo part in the choreo for that. Ooh. Nice. And of course we have Suman yelling again. I love it. Yes. Also, I just noticed that the Ghost and Dokkaebi are kind of like intertwining here at the end. I don't know anything about the lore, so it's just interesting to me. The lyrics seem to be like I'm gonna do things my way, no matter what you think. Why are you so up in my business? Like, it's my life. Get your own. And I really love that. Yeah, this was freaking cool. Like, and again, I love that 8-bit sound that is kind of like used in the background of the instrumental, not the background of the instrumental, but it's used as a part of the instrumental. Because it also works even if you hadn't seen the promo, even if you haven't seen the music video. It's just another cool element. I really, really enjoy that. I feel like they all fucking popped off in this one, but I really, really enjoyed this back and forth, which was between, I'm just checking that I'm not wrong here. Okay, Jinshik and Junghoon. I really love that back and forth, and I hope that as a part of the choreo, that this is kind of like a duo part with those two. They get to be highlighted, because they're also both very good dancers, and if they can do the vocals live while doing something cool, the two of them, that would be amazing. I really, really enjoy a good duo part in a choreo. So yeah, that was okay, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, let's see. Next up, we have graffiti. And we still don't have lyrics. Again, we are very early. The songs came out like an hour, 2 hours ago. And Jesus, the official audio has less than 1,000. Oh my god. This one, I was very surprised when I listened to the preview, because from the title, I kind of expected this to be more in the style of like back off. But genre-wise, it's completely different than I could have anticipated. So yeah, let's go. I just won't get any lyric context for this. I'll check it out on my own time once the lyric video's up. Right now, I guess we're just focusing on yeah, enjoying how it sounds. We still have a bit of like those electronic effects. I feel like that is a bit of a theme in this. It's kind of giving me sandcastle vibes, but without being like a one-to-one direct same vibe, but it's giving me that feeling. Yeah. It kind of feels dreamy in a way, in the melody. But that's also the vibe I get from Sandcastle, so maybe that is the similarity. Ooh. Ooh. Vocals. Ooh. I kind of wish the vocals had continued, but in the background. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I feel like the vocalists had a bit more to show off in this one. I really, really love the vocalist. There's like one specific of them. I believe it's Shinee, but I'm not completely sure. The reason why I say him is because of like his part in the bridge of Superpower. Like he usually he gives me the vibe of like I want to say like third gen vocalists. Like a bit. Old school is a bad thing to say because it's not that old. But like it is reminiscent of an older way of like vocal training. Not completely old school, but like older in this industry. Like I don't feel like we've seen as much of that like vocal technique and like that flavor of voice. I don't feel like we've seen that much in both like fourth and fifth gen. And Hyunwoo definitely, like, he has something that reminds me of like EXO in some moments, in his vocal tone. I don't know if it's because he might share a vocal coach with one of the vocalists there, or if it's just his tone that is just naturally lending itself to sound similar to that sort of vibe. I'm not saying he's copying anyone, not at all, but that is the vibe I get from it. But okay, let's jump on to the next one. Doesn't help anyone that I start yapping about something when I can't even like for sure name who it is I'm talking about. So, Trophy. Not Tricky House, Trophy. Why has someone re-uploaded the audio for it? Like, somebody has re-uploaded xikers Trophy audio like an hour ago, and it has like 3 views because people do realize it's not actually the real one. I don't know why you would do that. Like, made sense back in like the 2000s, where not all songs were put on YouTube. Necessarily, it was usually maybe the music video if you're lucky, and then the rest, too bad. Then people would make like their own lyric videos or their own visualizers for them, so the songs would be on YouTube. But it doesn't make sense to do like this day and age where every song gets on YouTube. So also, like, putting it up as if it's the original one is just a bit sketch. So yeah, let's go. Trophy. Okay. Okay. Kinda sounds like an egg timer. Yes. Yeon all the ways goes crazy. Okay. Okay, we did get a little bit reminiscent of old school hip hop. I mentioned it in the part that didn't go through. It's usually in the instrumental, and we did get it. I love the background ad-libs as well. Ooh. Oh. I love the harmony they choose to put on the second half of the chorus. They do this fairly often. I really, really like it. Okay, all the rappers. Yeah. Full octave shift there. Like, I know it's which person as well, but still. Yeah. Oh, we're not done. Oh, I feel like this was made to be played live so they can do a little going crazy choreo-wise here. Yes! Okay! I'm a bit annoyed that Outsider seems to not have the full title here, because in the preview it had like a Korean title as well. But okay, this was really cool. Like, if you saw me like with a weird face at some points, it was mostly me just trying to figure out like, what are they trying to do? Like the instrumental, like it kept switching up, like not BPM. In the beginning, it felt like it might be in like a crooked time signature, but it like switched into like a classic. How the fuck is that said in English? Oh no! Oh, my music theory is Danish. A classic like 4/4, a 4 count time signature. But in the beginning it felt like it might go into something like a bit different. I would love to see them actually do that, because I feel like the rappers could definitely have some fun with that, and also because I don't believe I've encountered crooked time signatures in K-pop yet, and that would be really fun, especially for a newer group to try and experiment with that a bit. I'm not saying a new group, but a newer group. They are 5th gen, so that could be really cool. But they have some really cool elements in this, and of course this is a track where the rappers really would shine, so it makes sense they did. But the vocalist also had some fun in this. Yeah, let's jump to Outsider, which is the last track. It had a Korean title as well. Do we have that somewhere? Because it's not on YouTube Music either. On that one, it's also just called Outsider. But in the preview, it just showed me a Korean title as well. Do we maybe have the track list somewhere? Okay, it's called 문제야. 문제야. I don't know if that is a direct translation to Outsider. Let's see. 문제야. Kind of. It translates it to problem child. So yeah, kind of an outsider, like maybe not a direct translation, but same sentiment. And I predicted when I heard the preview that this was one I was gonna love, because it feels like a vibe I would love. Oh, instant chills. Yeah, I just keep getting chills from this. Yeah, this is right up my alley. Yes. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that little rasp. I think this is my favorite on the album. Like, okay is a close second, but I love this genre of music. I can imagine blasting this while, like, driving around with my best friend. Ooh! Yes, Rasp from Ninja as well. Like, this feels like road trip music. Ooh, okay. Adlib. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna need this album, but I've said that for every xikers album, and I don't have one yet. Actually, I need to get the albums as well. I still have some music to catch up with xikers. In general, I really enjoy them. I really enjoy their music. I remember for a while being a bit worried because they are younger. So I was worried about feeling a bit of a disconnect to the music because I am a bit older than them. So if they made music that still felt like very much too youthful, in a way where I couldn't feel it in a sort of I can't speak, nostalgic way. I was worried that I might have a bit of a disconnect with the music. Even though they're very talented. That has not happened yet. And I'm not saying yet because I'm expecting it to happen. It's just, that is a risk. Like, also, like, Ateez, who I listened to their full discography, some of their older songs feel a bit, maybe a bit useful to me, so that depends on the vibe I have on that day. Same thing for Stray Kids. There are some of their like very early songs I definitely don't really listen to because they feel too far removed from something I can put myself in the shoes of at the age of 31. So it is not specific to xikers. They are just still very young. So the chances of them making that sort of music is still there. But I haven't gotten that feeling from them, and I feel it's maybe because of the vibe they usually choose to go with. But yeah, for this album, I would say my favorite is Outsider, and OK is a strong follow-up for that one. I really enjoyed this full album, actually. I really, really did. I will be checking out the unit video, like special videos they made at some point. I just really wanted to get through the album. At this point, I have been gone for a while. I have been behind on pretty much everything, so now I'm just trying to catch up with some things. And I felt like the album was a priority, seeing as it dropped today. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.